the world held its breath. It was July 20th, 1969. Millions watched their televisions. They waited anxiously for a signal from the moon. Aboard the lunar module Eagle, two American astronauts were about to make history. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were about to become the first humans to walk on the moon. The tension was palpable. The world listened in, captivated by the crackle of the radio communication. The landing was a moment of unprecedented human achievement. It marked the culmination of years of scientific endeavor, political ambition, and human courage. The Apollo 11 mission was more than just a spaceflight. It was the climax of the intense space race between the United States and the Soviet Union. After the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the first artificial satellite, in 1957, the race to space had taken on a new urgency. President John F. Kennedy challenged America to land a man on the moon and return him safely to Earth before the decade was out. The challenge ignited the imagination of the world. The United States poured resources into the space program, developing new technologies and training astronauts for the perilous journey. The Apollo program became a symbol of American ingenuity and determination. On July 16, 1969, a Saturn V rocket, the most powerful ever built, roared to life. It carried Apollo 11 and its crew of 3, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins, into the sky. Millions watched from Earth as the mighty rocket ascended, leaving a trail of fire and smoke in its wake. The launch was flawless. The astronauts were on their way, embarking on a journey of over 240,000 miles to the moon. The world watched and waited, tracking the spacecraft's every move. Section 4. Touchdown on the Moon. After 3 days in space, the lunar module Eagle, with Armstrong and Aldrin aboard, separated from the command module. Collins remained in lunar orbit while Eagle began its descent to the moon's surface. The landing was fraught with tension. The lunar surface was covered in craters and boulders, making a safe landing far from certain. As the lunar module descended, alarms sounded. The onboard computer was being overloaded with data. Fuel was running low. Armstrong, with nerves of steel, took manual control of the craft. He guided Eagle to a safe landing in the Sea of Tranquility. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed, Armstrong announced. It was 2:56 GMT on July 21, 1969. Section 5. One small step. Hours after the landing, Armstrong emerged from the lunar module. He descended the ladder, taking the first human step onto the moon. His words, broadcast live to a global audience, became immortal. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Aldrin soon joined Armstrong on the surface. They spent the next 2 hours exploring the lunar landscape. They planted the American flag, collected lunar samples, and deployed scientific experiments. The world watched in awe as humankind took its first steps on another celestial body. Section 6. Exploring the lunar surface and returning home. After spending 21 hours and 36 minutes on the lunar surface, it was time for Armstrong and Aldrin to return to the command module. They left behind the lunar module's descent stage, which would serve as a launch pad for their ascent back to lunar orbit. The ascent was successful, and Eagle redocked with the command module. The astronauts began their journey back to Earth, splashing down in the Pacific Ocean on July 24, 1969. They returned as heroes, welcomed back to Earth with parades and celebrations. Section 7. A legacy for the ages. The Apollo 11 mission was a watershed moment in human history. It pushed the boundaries of what was possible and inspired generations to dream of reaching for the stars. The mission's legacy continues to this day, driving innovation and scientific discovery. The moon landing showed the world that humanity could achieve extraordinary things when united by a common goal. It was a testament to the power of human ingenuity, courage, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. The Apollo 11 astronauts' journey to the moon remains an enduring symbol of human ambition and the boundless possibilities that lie ahead.